Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Madridista Notes. Yesterday, there was the match, La Liga match between Real Madrid and Rayo Vallecano, where there were some troubles. We faced some a hard opposition. I thought that it was going to be a really hard match, but I had the confidence that the players will somehow come out with 3 points. Doesn't matter what kind of scoreline it will be. I would have been happy with a simple 1-0 scoreline, and it was going according to plan in the first half. For the first 20 minutes, we got a really early goal, which always helps in this kind of cagey matches. Early kickoff. We never really do that well during early kickoffs. So when the goal came at the beginning of the match, within 2 minutes, I was really optimistic about the match. And for the first 15-20 minutes, we really didn't let them do much on the ball. We were keeping the ball well. We were pressing high up the pitch. We were not letting them breathe at all around the ball, around anywhere on the pitch. But the problem came when the really unlucky penalty, Kamavinga gave away a penalty. He was moving away from the ball and his hand was a little bit outside. It wasn't like it was intentional. But with today's rules in football, if your hand is not like totally like this within your heart, and unless you can chop your arms off, if it hits your arm inside the penalty box, more often than not, the referees are going to whistle for the penalty. And when it went to VAR and the referee went to the screen, it was clear to see that it is going to be a penalty. I was hoping that maybe somehow Andre Lunin can somehow, some way, just bring out a save, but it was a really well taken penalty from former Castilla player Raúl de Thomas Arditi, and the score was 1-1. After the goal went in, when the score became even, from that point on till the 96th minute, considering all the 6 minutes of added time, we never really looked interested into going ahead. We were trying here and there, but we didn't really threaten Rayo Vallecano's goalkeeper that much. There was only two occasions that I can remember. One, a long shot from Valverde, which hit the outside of the post, and the other one was from in the second half from Joselu, where he could take a shot and it went directly to the goalkeeper. Outside of that, I do not really remember us doing anything in the final third of the pitch, and which really, I think, I don't know what happened with the team. Is it really tiredness? Is it a little bit of complacency? Is it a little bit of, I don't know. It could be a mixture of a lot of stuff that happened, but the important thing is that we are still ahead in La Liga, and Girona has a really tough fixture tonight. They are going to go to the San Mamés. Right now, we are leading them by 6 points. I am hoping that they lose points at the San Mamés tonight, so we have a considerable lead at the top of the table. We will be needing that lead going into deeper into the season when we will be playing the tough matches in the Champions League knockout matches, because we will need to rotate our squad a little bit. You can see already Camavinga is suspended. Carvajal, after he got his red card, two yellows within how many minutes? Two yellows within 25 minutes, and he got sent off. So in the next match against Sevilla, we are going to be without Carvajal. We are going to be without Camavinga, and Chouameni was seen limping when he left the pitch. There is no uh, nothing coming out of the club that he is injured or not, or whatever the journalists are saying indicates that he is all right, but we can never really be sure that he is gonna be all right. So we have to be a little bit worried here because if Chouameni and Camavinga both are not here, it's a problem. I was hoping that Rudiger will be back for the Sevilla match, considering that right now Camavinga is not available for the next match. And if Rudiger was back, Rudiger and Nacho can play in the middle of the defense. Chouameni can play as the defensive midfielder. But now that we see that Rudiger, the reports have come out. Aranca Rodriguez, a really reliable journalist in Real Madrid spaces, has said that Rudiger won't be available for the match against Sevilla, and we won't be really. We will try to bring him in when he is totally 100% fit. So Rudiger won't be back. I'm a little bit worried now. If Chouameni isn't fit, we will be in a really bad position. Carvajal is not fit. If Chouameni isn't fit, we have Nacho. I don't know who else can we use there. Most probably, Carlo Ancelotti is going to use Mendy for that center back role, and Mendy has never played as a center back for us yet, but we will have to see. The problem here is even if Chouameni is fit, we will have Chouameni and Nacho in the and with I think Mendy will get back into the starting 11. He will return to the starting 11 as the left back, and we'll have to see Lucas Vasquez playing as the right back once more. In midfield, there will be a problem. We don't have a natural defensive midfielder, so we will have to play with a combination of Valverde, Cruz, and Modric, and which doesn't really inspire a lot of confidence in a lot of Madridistas because Bellingham is injured, Camavinga won't be fit, Ceballos. I don't know. Ceballos is not. I don't really trust Ceballos for starting the match. Chouameni, even if he's fit, he will have to be utilized as a center back. So we will have to have a mm, midfield consisting of Cruz, Modric, and Valverde. Cruz and Modric, as much as they are veterans and technical players, they are not really a really energetic midfield. So Valverde will have to pick up a lot of the hard work, a lot of the running. We will need another midfielder, and Brahim Diaz didn't look really that fit, didn't really look 100% in this match against Rayo Vallecano. I hope that he gets back into full fitness because we don't have a match in midweek. I hope he gets back into full fitness because we will be needing him as the fourth midfielder because we will need his tracking back to help out Valverde, Modric, and Cruz. And in attack, I think Vinicius had a really terrible match. Rodrigo will get back his position back, even though Joselu didn't do anything wrong. He took his chance. He didn't really get much chances. Our midfield really didn't produce much for him. He got one clear-cut chance. He scored that clear-cut chance. So hats off to him. Now let's get back to the Rayo Vallecano match. Let's start with Lunin. Lunin did whatever he had to do. He would have gotten 10 out of 10 if he somehow saved the penalty and, you know, saved the 3 points for us. But I cannot really blame Lunin for not saving a penalty. The penalties are, advantage to the striker. If you take the penalty well, the goalkeeper doesn't really have much of a chance to save it. So he did his job well. He saved whatever needed to be saved. He claimed whatever crosses needed to be claimed. He was assured in defense. He was assured. He was commanding his 6 yard box really well. It was a really consistent performance from Lunin, and I don't see any chance of Kepa Arrizabalaga getting back into the starting 11. Lunin needs the consistency. He has not really put one foot wrong, so I don't think there is any reason to drop him. So I hope Lunin keeps his place for the next match, and he gets a 7 out of 10 from me for this match. Lucas Vasquez, right back. Let's go to our back four. He was all right, I would say, in when he was going on the other side of the pitch when he was joining the attack. as we always know, as everyone knows, he was a right winger. He's a makeshift right back. So I don't really expect some really Cafu kind of defensive masterclass from him. But the way they were slicing through him, the way they were just it was like a highway. It was like there wasn't even anyone there. They're just moving around him on that right hand side of our defense, left wing of their attack. They were just bypassing him. They were dribbling past him like he was not there. So his defensive contribution wasn't really good. So considering that, I will give him a 5 out of 10. Nacho, I don't really know. He doesn't really look comfortable to me. He doesn't look focused. He doesn't look consistent. He looks shaky, and I feel really not comfortable, not really reassured whenever he is playing in defense, and it is every single match. And I didn't really feel comfortable. If he wasn't comfortable in the middle of the defense, I would give him a 5 out of 10. Chouameni was the one who was really holding that this defense together. He was excellent again. His ball playing was really good. He was commanding his area well. He was sweeping up well. He was defending the space well. He was doing everything a defender needs to be doing. And I think Nacho, even though Nacho is the natural center half, he should take some pointers from Chouameni. Even though he's a makeshift center back, he is showing him up. Chouameni gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Fran Garcia, he was all right. He did well in attack and in defense. He didn't really do anything extraordinary. He didn't do anything bad. So he gets an average. I would say he gets a 6 out of 10 from me. And in midfield, Valverde was the outstanding midfielder. I would say he started really bright. He was the one who assisted the goal for Joselu. The pinpoint cross, it was perfect, perfectly weighted pass, perfectly placed, and Joselu placed it really well. So he really went invisible in, I would say, not invisible, didn't really do much to create any opportunities. After the first goal, he joined the attack couple of times here and there. He almost scored a stunner from his long shot, but in overall, it was, I would say, an average performance. I expect a lot better from Valverde, so I would give him a 6.5 out of 10. Kamavinga, he was doing his job well. He was sweeping up whatever needed to be sweep up. He was protecting the space. He was doing whatever the defensive midfield role needs, and he was doing a good job. He, I would say, if Kamavinga was available, he would have kept his place as the defensive midfielder. He did numerous amount of tackles, and he was stealing a lot of balls, getting possession back. I would give Kamavinga 6.5 out of 10. And then Modric. Modric didn't really impress me. He was not his bright self. I don't think he's happy with his situation, as we already know, and I think it affected him on the pitch. He wasn't really effective in attack or in defense. He had a really below par performance. I would say Modric gets a 5 out of 10 from me. And Brahim Diaz, it didn't look like he was 100%. I don't think he was 100%. He was fit, but Carlo Ancelotti needed him as Bellingham wasn't fit. And I think as Carlo Ancelotti doesn't trust Arda Güler to start as a starting 11 in the starting 11 yet, so he needed Brahim Diaz. He put him in because I guess I understand Ancelotti, but in the hindsight, it wasn't the right decision. Brahim Diaz didn't really look himself throughout the whole match. He didn't really create much. He didn't really dribble past like he always does in the other matches. So it was a below par performance from me. He gets a 5 out of 10 from me. Now let's go to Vinicius. A really below par disappointing performance from Vinicius. He really did nothing in attack. Really, the couple of times he dribbled past a couple of players, his final ball wasn't there. He wasn't really combining that well with Joselu. I guess he's not really used to combining well with Joselu anyway. So I don't know, a really disappointing match from Vinicius, and he was frustrated, as you can understand. And he gets a below par, so he gets a 5 out of 10 from me. Joselu was the standout performer for the match. He did what he needed to do, and that's putting the ball into the back of the net. He got one clear opportunity, and he took it. So job well done. They didn't really create anything for him. If they created even a couple of clear cut opportunities, I think he would have taken at least one. So he gets the man of the match from me, and he gets a 7 out of 10. Carvajal came on with 20 minutes to go. It didn't impact the game much. Got two yellow cards in 20 minutes. Got sent off. He gets a three. I would say um, he gets a 0 out of 10 from me. He doesn't get any mark from me. And then Rodrigo came in. Initially, he looked like a little bit of, adding a little bit of spark, a little bit bright, but then his involvement went down too. I would mark him another 5 out of 10. And the other ones are the Gular and who else came on? The Gular came on. I think I don't know who else came on. I don't really remember. But yeah, they didn't really get much of an opportunity anyway to impact the match. So I'm not going to um, rate them. Carlo Ancelotti, I don't know. I don't think the team was really in the mood for the game tonight. I don't know. I am not going to rate Carlo Ancelotti for this match really harshly. We will see. He needs to win the match against Sevilla, and we need to go ahead into the quarterfinal of the Champions League, and then we have to beat the Shaitan team of the Mestalla, the Shaitan Stadium, where our players get racially abused and all kinds of stuff. We need to really beat their asses in Mestalla. If he wins the next two La Liga matches and um, we go through to the Champions League quarterfinals, then I'll just see it as a blip, nothing else. So as long as we win those matches, we can see it as a blip. But if we don't, then we can see it as the starting of our form going down. So, oh yeah, there is some more news about Mbappe. Santi JFM has reported that Mbappe has already signed his contract with Real Madrid, but there are already other contradicting news that Faisal Lamari, Kylian Mbappe's lawyer and mom, has some concerns. She is taking more time to for the image rights and his participation in the Olympic Games. Uh, there was always going to be concerns about Kylian Mbappe's image rights because he wants to keep the lion's share of image rights, but Real Madrid has the policy of a 50-50 image rights sharing. So we will have to see how much Real Madrid are willing to concede if the Kylian Mbappe transfer is going to, uh, have a failure, it will be because of, I guess, image rights. And if his entourage asks for some obscene amount of salary, unless they do that, I don't think negotiations are going to break down, and he's going to join at the end of the season. And there were some reports that his entourage, had a meeting with the Manchester City bureaucracy. I don't think that's going to work. Haaland and Mbappe is like having two players of. No, I don't think that can work. Vinicius and Mbappe, I'm not sure really how well it can work, but I think it can work. But Haaland and Mbappe, it's a little bit too much firepower. I don't know if it can really work. So yeah, we'll see. They're checking out their options. I guess they will have meetings with Liverpool. They should have meetings with Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea. None other clubs in the world can afford really. Bayern, not Bayern Munich, no club in the Italian league, and no club in the Spanish La Liga. So their only options are the big, the wealthy clubs in England and Real Madrid. So they are going to assess their options. They are going to, of course, assess the offers. But the reports are that Kylian Mbappe and his entourage always already knows how much money are Real Madrid offering, and I guess they will just have to accept what we're offering if he wants to come. If not, sayonara, bye bye, good luck. And on that note, this is it for today. Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe and leave a like. See you next time. Hala Madrid.